and they will be backloaded with games coming up. Spash is doing the same thing, just haven't been able to get games in here in Stevens Point. But with that said, you get one in here today. The Cards have a game tomorrow against Nakusa, then a doubleheader Saturday against Notre Dame right here, by the way, and right back at Pittsville on Monday. So they will continue to play games. Not a whole lot of practice in there. Players usually like that. The coaches sometimes like to work a little practice into the schedule, but hey, what are you going to do? After this one today, Pittsville will play at home against Bowler tomorrow, and then, of course, hosting Pacelli right away again on Monday. So this is a big one. Should Pittsville knock the Cards off here, then we're tied, if you will, going into that Monday showdown, which could be for a CWC championship the way things are rolling right now. You have to at least consider that. It wasn't that long ago, and Pacelli tied Pittsville for the conference championship. You might recall that Pittsville back just a few years ago finished tied with Pacelli in 2018. Both teams finished with a 10-2 record. In that year, Pittsville had a dandy season at 19-5 overall and really had an outstanding year. That was the first year of the current conference makeup. You remember that, it used to be in the CWC, the large school, the small school. Then we got all the extra teams involved, including Pittsville and others. And you ended up with a three-division conference with the North, the East, and the South. We don't have a West division. They need to work on that. But with that being said, Pacelli has been pretty good in baseball through the years, and they have had their fair share of conference championships under Wayne Sankey. Pittsville, as I said, tied for that one back in 2018, and they have also finished second in the conference one time since then. The Panthers not quite as successful in CWC play as Pacelli has been, but no slouch, and this is a big chance now for the Panthers as we come back here to see if they can, maybe if you want to call it, catch up to Pacelli in the conference standings, as Pittsville sitting just a game back in the loss column as of right now. So we will expect that we will have a really good game here this afternoon. Again, it's nice that you are spotted, if you want to call it that, three-run lead. The Cards got their 3 runs in the opening inning, and I should add they got their 3 runs without a hit. There were 4 errors on Pittsville in that opening inning back on April the 12th, and that's what led to the Cards having a 3-0 lead. Expect that defense has been shored up a little bit, and I expect a much better finish to this one here this afternoon. It's the Cards, it's the Panthers of Pittsville, and we're getting ready for the national anthem. Crowd trying to filter in here right now. We've got a few, but we're going to have room for more. We'll get a break, coming right back with the anthem, or the first pitch after the anthem, in just a moment. This is high school baseball on WPCN.
What's so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose stars and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and against red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night
Hold for a second.
All right, we'll pick this.
All right, back out at Bucol Park here in Stevens Point. Just a couple of moments away from resuming this one, as the Pacelli Cardinals will be at the plate, and they will have Bryson Cashin up, ready to face the Pittsville pitcher, and we'll see what happens from here on out. But I'm anticipating it'll be a good one. Cards will have runners on base right now. Ben Hammerly should be down at second base, and Melise Badoon will be on over at first base. This inning began back in April with a strikeout to Tim Sackman. Then Ben Hammerly reached on an error. Peyton Flees struck out. Then a walk to Melise Badoon. And that will bring up Bryson Cashin, who will start with a count of 3 balls, 2 strikes as we resume this one. On the mound for Pittsville, right back where he was, Noah Grimm. Looks like the Panthers are going to stick with the same lineup, whereas Pacelli has flip-flopped. You can't change your batting order until after you have resumed the game anyway, but you can put guys in different positions, and Pacelli is doing that. Melise Badoon will go from short over to the second. Drew Kadrovich had started that game on the mound. He'll stay in, but he's going to go over to shortstop. Asher Jordan was the second baseman. He's going to head out to the outfield and play in left, and that'll bring left fielder Peyton Flees in, and he will be on the mound when we get the Cardinals back out in the field. But that's a lot of monkeying around, and it really doesn't matter, I guess, where the guys are playing what position. Just make sure you keep your mind in the game, and it's easy to get distracted, to say the least. And what you have here is an opportunity to put a little distance between yourselves and your nearest competitor, that being right now anyway, the Pittsville Panthers. So here's Bryson Cashin, Noah Grimm on the mound for Pittsville. Their defense has Bowden at first, Damon at second, Haley the shortstop, Grimm over at third, outfield Getzinger, Luther, and Stren from left to right, Zickert behind the plate, and Noah Grimm on the mound. Bryson Cashin with a 3-2 count, 2 runners on. They should be going with the pitch, and Cashin a check swing. They call that one a breaking ball strike, and that'll end the inning. So how about that? After almost a month in the inning for Pacelli, no runs, no hits. There was an error. They strand 2. We will head to inning number 3, and it is Pacelli 3, Pittsville nothing. High school baseball on WPCN.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stones shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's 2-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
Welcome back out to Bucol Park here as we move to the top half of inning number 3. Pacelli with a 3-0 lead, and now it is Peyton Flees on the hill for Stevens Point Pacelli, as he will pick up from where Drew Kadrovich had left off. He'll face the 8-9 and then top of the order hitters here in the 3rd inning. Pittsville will send up Ethan Stren, then Sam Bowden, and Evan Haley to face Peyton Flees here this afternoon. the right fielder, Ethan Stren, to get it started. Those errors ever so costly, of course, as we mentioned, for Pittsville. And, boy, when you can't field the ball, it definitely hurts. And that was the case anyway for the first couple of innings. Fleas just misses outside, ball one here to Ethan Stren. Drew Kadrovich with that no-hitter on Monday out at Rosholt, so I can understand where Coach doesn't want to throw him right away again. It is now 2-0 here to the leadoff man in the third inning. Plus, you've got so many games coming up. You're hoping that a 3-run lead might be something that you can work with here and get a young guy in on the mound. A young guy referring to Peyton here. Fleas is all set, and that pitch is fouled back to the screen. What a nice day compared especially to back in April, but it's about time we got some nice weather here. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ethan Stren. Sam Bowden, and then the top of the order here. Outfield straightaway right now. Big right-handed batter. Peyton misses outside, and that will go full count to the leadoff man here now. Helms is at first defensively, Badoon at second, Kadrovich at short, Hammerly the third baseman. It's Jordan in left, Cashin in center, Bierencott out in right. The outfield for Pacelli, that pitch is fouled back to the screen, and Sackman behind the plate. Full count. And Fleas, the right-hander, cut the inside corner, and that is out number 1. Sam Bowden, the first baseman for the Panthers, coming to the plate here. Pittsville this year only with a dozen guys on the roster. One of those years, sometimes you get into the small schools, you're just happy if you get 10 or 11. Swing and a miss on the first one. Looked a little high, but took a good cut at it. Got more baseball and softball coming up for you next week. Won't be long, about 2 weeks from now. Checked his swing. That went inside, a ball and a strike. Tournaments will begin, I believe, 2 weeks from Tuesday. In the softball category anyway. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's way high. Brew Crew ends up sweeping Cincinnati, finishing off the Reds this afternoon 10-5. Fell behind 3-0 in the first. I was watching it. You're going, oh, come on. And that's a strike call. 2 balls and 2 strikes, but Hauser got some run support. I can't remember how many home runs they hit again this afternoon. Yelich had one. I believe Louis Urias had one. Maybe Willie Adames. Here's the 2-2 pitch outside. And full count to the second man he's facing. Well, we talk about it about every broadcast, but pitcher's job is to throw it over the plate. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and he walks him. So that is a base runner here for the Panthers. And it will bring up the leadoff man, Evan Haley, who was a strikeout victim against Kadrovich his first time up in this game. Second base on balls issued by Pacelli pitching in this game. And Flea's first pitch here is a breaker that stays high, ball 1. Little bit of a struggle right now to get the ball over the plate. Community First Bank, supporting all athletics, encouraging the athletes to give their best because it's your community first. Strike is the call this time from Peyton. 1 ball and 1 strike. That was a regular old pitcher's duel on Monday. And I really loved the way both pitchers, they got the ball back and they were ready to throw it back to the catcher again. I mean, it was one of the quickest games we've had in a while. And that's both with Drew Kadrovich of Pacelli and Blade Neviadomski of Rosholt. Really impressed with those two guys. 2-1 pitch inside. Peyton's struggling right now to get the ball over the plate. And I don't know how long Coach will wait before he at least comes out to talk to him here. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 on, and 1 out. And that one is fouled back to the screen. So the count goes full. Cardinals got all their runs, again, without a hit in the first inning. Full count. Bowden takes off. That is a strike 3 call. The throw goes down to second, not going to be in time. So Bowden will get a stolen base. It is a strikeout for Fleas. There are 2 down, a runner in scoring position, and the dangerous Noah Grimm will come to the plate. He walked his first time. A really big jump that time by Sam Bowden. The catcher, Sackman, really didn't have much of a chance on that one. I got to be honest with you there. So a chance for an RBI with a base hit here. First pitch from Fleas, misses, ball 1. Bierenkot out in right, as well as Cashin in center pulled in a little bit. Not expecting a whole lot of pop, apparently. That one is popped up on the infield, drifting over Hammerly, the third baseman, and he will record the 3rd out. So for Pittsville here in the 3rd, no runs, no hits, no errors. They strand 1. We head to the bottom of 3 still. Pacelli 3, Pittsville nothing. High school baseball on WPCN.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 123 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 123 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
On to the bottom of inning number 3 here at Buchholz Park in Stevens Point. And on to face Noah Grimm for the 2nd time in this ball game will be the shortstop, Drew Kadrovich. He reached on an error back in the 1st, came around to score. Both pitchers, well, I guess both teams, still throwing no-hitters as of right now. Problem is all the errors that the Panthers had in that 1st inning back in early April. But can't go back in time, as they like to say. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians that you can trust. It'll be Kadrovich, then Brock Bierenkot and Asher Jordan to face Noah Grimm here for the Panthers. And Kadrovich takes the first pitch. Fly ball, right field side, long run, and he is not going to get there. Kadrovich wheeling around second. He'll head to third as the ball finally comes back in. Got it high in the air, and Stren had all sorts of trouble. Then all of a sudden he turned to go back, and the ball just dropping in over his head. So there is your first hit of the game, and it is a stand-up triple and a runner in scoring position for Brock Bierenkot. Bierenkot grounded out back in the 1st inning, but got an RBI to his credit. So a chance here, and that is lined, but right at the first baseman for an out. Nice play over at first by Bowden. And that means 1 out. Kadrovich still on at third. Here's Asher Jordan, strikeout victim his first time. Infield drawn in. They don't want to give up another run. Trailing already 3-0. Left-hander's pitch. And it missed ball 1. 1-0 the count here to Asher Jordan. And Grimm comes set. The 1-0 delivery fouled back to the screen. So the count will go 1 ball and 1 strike. So many different activities going on. Take a peek and run down some of that stuff for you in just a little bit. 1-1 delivery. Breaker stays outside. 2-1. Other things going on today. Spash baseball and softball are both up at Wausau West today. 2-1 delivery. And it's a bit low to Asher. A walk would put runners at the corners here. Pacelli softball is out at WIAA hosting Tri-County. This was supposed to be a Pacelli Tri-County day for baseball, but Penguins don't have a baseball team this year, so worked out that you could get this one, you know, the makeup. 3-1 pitch outside. Asher Jordan now, they almost got Kadrovich off of third base. He made a bold move toward the plate, thinking the ball might get by, but he got back. So runners at the corners here. That'll bring up first baseman Nick Helms, strikeout victim his first time. Pacelli golfers are down at Adams Friendship. I think they're playing at Northern Bay today. That's a nice golf course. There goes the runner, and they're going to throw down to third. Kadrovich staying right by the bag, so no harm there, and that'll be a stolen base for Asher Jordan. So you give up the base, and now Nick Helms with a base hit could put 2 on the board here for the Cards. Here's the pitch. Nice play behind the plate by Zickert. And the count will even at a ball and a strike. Kadrovich on with a triple, a walk, and a stolen base for Asher Jordan. Right fielder pretty close in. If Nick could go that direction. Left fielder Getzinger back what I would call normal depth here. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Grimm. And that missed. 2-1 right now. Pacelli boys track is over at Wapaka. Cardinal tennis team is at Antigo today. That one is a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Nick Helms. 2 on. There is 1 out for the Cards right now. And the pitch. And that will be a base on balls. We were off by 1 on our scoreboard. That loads the bases here. Brings up the catcher, Tim Sackman, a strikeout victim his first time. 3-0 Pacelli, but now a real chance with 1 out to pad the lead. Sackman watches the first one, and that's a called strike. Ben Hammerly would bat next. Kadrovich at third. Jordan at second. Now Helms on at first. The 0-1, a swing and a miss. Zickert again with a nice stop behind the plate. Kadrovich has good wheels, so if that ball gets by the catcher more than a foot or 2 or 3, he's coming. He's going to try to score. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Sackman. Strike 3 call. Well, good pitching by Noah Grimm. It'll bring up Ben Hammerly, who reached on an error in the second inning. After that leadoff triple, Kadrovich still standing over there. Cardinals now in a position to maybe miss a big opportunity. See what Ben can do. First pitch here from Grimm, and he takes that one for a called strike. Well, Grimm definitely deserved a better fate. The Pittsville infield was really struggling that first day. That one reaching out, fouling it off. I mean, you go back to it, you had 2 errors on the second baseman, an error on the shortstop, and an error on the pitcher on a throw. So 4 errors in that first inning. And that's a called strike. And despite giving up a leadoff triple, the Cardinals are not able to produce a run. In the inning for Pacelli, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and they strand 3. So we have played 3 here from Bucol Park. It is Pacelli 3, Pittsville nothing. High school baseball on WPCN.
Today's Pittsville Panther baseball game is proudly supported by the following. Badger State Fruit Processing is hiring production workers starting at $16.50 per hour and offers a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Visit Badger State Fruit Processing at 7502 State Highway 73 in Pittsville to get started. Badger State Fruit Processing. The Chastain Agency of Pittsville will get you a great rate on home, auto, farm, and business policies. Chastain Agency specializes in the insurance needs of central and western Wisconsin families. Call John at Chastain Agency of Pittsville for a free competitive quote today. After All is your septic and holding tank pumping choice in central Wisconsin. You fill it up and they'll be there to empty it out. After All will also take care of your agricultural waste hauling and has safe, clean, portable toilet rentals available. Find After All of Arpin on Facebook.
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
All right, on to the 4th inning here. And for the Pittsville Panthers, leading it off is the DH, Brad Neve, who hits in place of the left fielder, Marcus Getzinger, and he takes the first pitch up a little high from Fleas. That one hit in the air, high. Second baseman drifting back just a step, now comes in, and Badoon makes the play easily for out number 1. So there's 1 down. That'll bring up Dylan Luther, the center fielder here for Pittsville. Luther flew out to Bryson Cashin in center, his first time up. 3-0 Pacelli. And Fleas misses ball 1. 1-0 the count. Nobody on. Peyton's all set. The 1-0 delivery. That one is popped up right field side. Who's going to get it? Right fielder comes in a step or 2, and Brock Bierencott has that one for out number 2. Well, Peyton finding the strike zone so far. Should not say anything, Scott. Much better here in the 4th inning. Stevens Point Orthopedic, Sports Medicine, Physical Therapy, world-class treatment with Hometown Care, helping bring this one to you. 2 out. And Fleas misses with the breaking ball, ball 1. Peyton walked 1, struck out 2 in his first inning of work here so far this afternoon. 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, the state fishing season officially opens on Saturday. I know there'll be plenty of people out there testing the waters. Fleas misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. Good luck to everybody. Be safe. Catch a couple of lunkers out there. 2-1 the count here to Waylon Grimm. And a strike is called, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Easton Damon, the second baseman, is on deck. Flees set his 2-2 delivery. Chased one down in the dirt. Sackman has to find it. Down at his feet, he'll throw down to Helms, and it will be a strikeout. And that will retire the side for Pittsville. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. To the bottom of the 4th, it is Pacelli 3, Pittsville nothing. High school baseball on WPCN.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
On to the bottom of inning 4, we move here at Buchholz Park in Stevens Point. And for the Pacelli Cards, they will start off with their pitcher, Peyton Flees, the number 9 batter in the order, and then back to the top. Pacelli with a 3-0 lead. I failed to mention it was quite a treat for everybody that's here, and if you weren't here, you missed it, but Leanne Rhymes was here today to sing the national anthem, so that was pretty darn nice, and she did an outstanding job. If I didn't know better, I would have said it was a recording, but she was right here next to us up in the booth, so you missed it if you were not here for the game. Peyton Flees to lead it off. Bouncing ball on the first pitch to Grimm at third. His throw off line, and that is going to be an error on the third baseman, and the problems continue fielding-wise for the Pittsville Panthers. That is going to be the 6th error of the game against Pittsville. So the leadoff man is on. We will get a pinch runner here for the Cards. And to the top of the order we go, Melise Badoon. Reached on an error and walked. So the Cards with that first guy on right away. Chance again. Well, last inning, leadoff triple and you failed to produce a run. That had to smart a little bit. Sure, Coach Sankey was not happy about that one, but you never did move the base runner. A line drive out, a walk, and then a couple of strikeouts. Toss over, runner back in time. Here's an opportunity. Don't know if you can steal a base again or not if you're Pacelli, but chance perhaps. Here's the pitch. Trying to bunt was Badoon and fouled that one off. Cardinals trying to remain undefeated in league play here today, or this afternoon if you want. That pitch high, really over the head of the Cardinal leadoff batter. Yeah, nice warm day. People are sitting out. Maybe a jacket for some of us more experienced people. That one is fouled back by Melise. But we've got a few shirt sleeves out here and maybe a sweatshirt or two. A ball and 2 strikes here to Badoon. I'm sure this weekend temperature's supposed to be in the mid-60s and not much of a chance of rain. That there's going to be a lot of people getting out and about. Toss over to first, runner back in time. Brewers notching a win. Now they're out on the road for, I think, a 9-game road trip. Starting in Atlanta, 1-2 pitch. Caught the outside corner. I'll tell you what, Grimm has been recording strikeouts. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. It'll bring up Bryson Cashin. Cashin reaching on an error, scoring back in the first, and he struck out. Grimm has been tough, and the Cardinal pitchers have been good. And we're in the 4th inning. Take a look over at first base. Grimm comes to the plate, and it hit Bryson Cashin. So now that will move runners up. Going down to second base will be Peyton Fleese's pinch runner. And Cashin on at first. That'll bring up Drew Kadrovich, who has the only hit in the game. It was a triple leading off the last inning. And the Cards failed to bring him in to score. So 2 on with nobody out. 2 on with 1 out here in the 4th. And Kadrovich takes a good rip at it, fouls it back to the screen. 0-1 to Drew. Yeah, I've been following the Cards for a long, long time. Coach Sankey's done a great job. We can go all the way back to the Greg Wendorf and Nubbs Miller co-coaching days. There's a called strike. 0-2 the count. Coach Wendorf living down in Florida now. See Coach Miller at the grocery store every once in a while. That's a fly ball toward right field. Going to be trouble, and that is going to produce a run, I do believe. Runner from second, turning the corner, headed to the plate. Here comes the throw, and the catcher misses the throw, or he would have had an out. In to score for Pacelli is Lucas Hammerly. He didn't get a real good jump because he wasn't sure if that ball would be caught. Easier for me up here, I think, but you could tell that was going to be trouble, and a little surprised that he needed to slide to get in, but you know what? The effect is the same. You got an RBI for Drew Kadrovich and his 2nd hit in a row, and the Cardinals now with runners at 2nd and 3rd, and still 1 out, leading 4-0. And that pitch is bouncing out to the first baseman. The pitcher's not going to get to the bag. Bierencott will get an infield single on that one with an RBI. That'll be the 2nd RBI for Brock. Cashin comes in to score. Over to 3rd will go Kadrovich. And the Cardinals make it a 5-0 lead. That's just one of those things. They probably have practiced it, thousands of times, but the first baseman had to go to his right to field the ball, and that meant there was no way he was going to get back to the bag. The pitcher forgot to go cover until it was too late, so you get an infield single and an RBI for Brock Bierencott. Cashin scores from 3rd. Kadrovich ends up over at 3rd, and now runners at the corners, still 1 out, and Asher Jordan to the plate for the Cards. He has struck out and walked. So Pacelli, despite missing scoring last inning with a leadoff triple, has now brought in a couple of runs here in the 4th. Padding the lead to 5-0. There goes the runner from first. They'll throw towards second. And the ball finally bounces through, not cleanly played, and in comes Drew Kadrovich. Bierencott will get a stolen base. The throw was way short of the bag. I don't know if it was intended to be there, thinking that Kadrovich would take off, but the shortstop covering at that point missed the ball. It got through to the bag, but Bierencott beat that. And then kind of not paying attention, they allowed Kadrovich to score from 3rd. So it's 6-0, runner at second base. Asher Jordan at the plate, and he takes that pitch, missing inside. So it is 3-0 here to Asher Jordan. First base open, only one out. And he took that one and a called strike. Had the old take sign from Coach Sankey. Nick Helms on deck. 3 are in for the Cards and a chance for some more. 3-1 delivery, high in the air. Center fielder going back, still going back. He'll glove it, but that will send Bierencott over to third base. Good play by Luther to get back there and make the catch. Now it's up to Nick Helms with a runner over at third base to see if he can bring home that extra run. Helms a strikeout and a walk to his credit here. 3 runs in the inning. Pacelli with a 6-0 lead. And the first pitch to the right-handed batter. And it's a called strike on the outside corner. Hilltop Pub and Grill for lunch or dinner. The Hilltop is there for you. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Open daily at 11. The 0-1 pitch fouled off by Nick Helms. Well, it all started with an error. Peyton Flees reaching. A throwing error on the third baseman. Lucas Hammerly came in to run for him. Then a strikeout, followed by a hit batsman. That pitch is taken by Helms. And the count will go 1-2. So with runners at first and second, up comes Drew Kadrovich. He hits a fly ball in the gap in right center. Swing and a miss by Helms. And that will now retire the side. We'll get back to that.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Peters Beef is located right here in Central Wisconsin to help you get quality beef straight from the source. Ryan Peters and his family operate a cattle farm in Portage County that services all of Wisconsin. No middleman, no grocery store markup, just great prices from the family-owned and operated Peters Beef. Go to petersbeef.com for locally raised meat and easy convenience with shipping right to your door or pick up in Plover, Wisconsin. petersbeef.com.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
And the Pittsville Panthers in need of some run production here as we are entering the 5th inning. And Peyton Flees' first pitch misses outside. Easton Damon, then comes Logan Zickert and Ethan Stren to face Flees. 6-0 Pacelli. 1-0 the count. And that pitch is a tad low. 2 balls and no strikes. Bone and Joint Clinic for convenient locations across central Wisconsin, including Plover. Online, bonejoint.net. That misses again. So Peyton have a little trouble here early on in the 5th. Only 3 hits in the game. They all belong to Pacelli. And that pitch catches the inside corner. So it's 3-1. Outfield straightaway again. And the pitch, that's inside. And a leadoff base runner here in the 5th for Pittsville. That'll be the second walk given up by Peyton Flees. Takes a look over at the dugout. No motion from coach, so settle back in. Here's Logan Zickert, a strikeout victim, his first time. This is the last guy to bat now until the second trip around against Peyton Flees. And the first pitch misses, ball one. Flees began on the mound here in the third inning in this resumed game. There is a called strike. Drew Kadrovich had started the game back on April 12th and had allowed just one base runner, but as we resumed here today, Coach Sankey elected to bring Peyton Flees in from left field to pitch. Logan Zickert, left-handed batter, and the pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spash softball big game against Marshfield next Tuesday. We'll have that one for you. 1-2, the count to Logan Zickert. He fouls that one back and out of play. Then I do believe we're right back here next Thursday to bring you Spash and Marshfield baseball. Here's the pitch. Fouled back to the screen again, so Zickert hanging in there. On at first base with a leadoff walk is Easton Damon. Panthers trying to get something started here. And that pitch just missed inside. So it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Damon gets his lead off of first. And here comes the pitch. Up high, gets away from Sackman. That will allow Damon to head down to second base. That'll be a passed ball. Sackman, I don't know, did he slip going back there to get it? Comes up hobbling a little bit. Went down to his knees here. Hopefully he's okay. I'm only guessing maybe I didn't actually watch the end of the play, watching the runner go. Sackman came back toward the screen to pick it up, and I'm going to try to walk it off, whatever it might be. Full count now, so a leadoff walk and now a full count to Logan Zickert, who stands at second base. I don't know if they can give the pitcher a couple of tosses to see if Sackman's okay. They're going to. I think he's ready. So here we go. Not sure who the backup catcher would be. I guess at some point we might end up finding out. I think it's Andrew Van Order. Full count here to Logan Zickert. Runner on at second base. Pitch from Flees is fouled down into the dirt. So the count will hold right there. Legion baseball, generally speaking, gets started in early June. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Reaching out, tapping that one back to the right side and off of the glove of the second baseman. Now misplayed by Bierencott, and a run's going to come around to score. Well, I'm going to call that a base hit. It was a tough play for Badoon, and it just kind of bounced off his glove after he made a long run to try to get that one in the hole on the first base side. That will bring a run in here. Still nobody out and a runner on. First hit of the game for Pittsville, and Ethan Stren will come to the plate. A strikeout victim his first time. Peyton Flees misses there, ball one. And that one's down low. Struggling again, and here comes the Cardinal coaching staff to come out and talk to their young pitcher. You don't want to put yourself in a tough spot. You have a nice 6-run lead. Well, now 5. But you definitely have to throw the ball over the plate. You have a sophomore out there, and you just never know. Seems easy enough, right, until you get out there yourself, and then you're not so sure that it's easy to throw it over the plate to the catcher. 2-0 the count here to Ethan Stren. Runner on. Nobody out. 1 run in for the Panthers. These are the 6, 7, and 8 hitters that you're facing. So the big bats are coming up. 6-run lead can go away in a hurry. Fleas misses a little bit high. Count will go 3-0 to Ethan Stren. Premier Auto Body in Stevens Point, committed to quality and honest auto repair that you can trust. We support local athletes. There's a called strike on the 3-0 pitch. So 3-1. Six-1 ball game. Fleas with the pitch, fouled back to the screen. Full count here. Not much of a breeze. It's nearly perfect. Not a good kite flying day probably, but be a heck of a day for things like golf and tennis. You don't have to factor the wind in. Outdoor court basketball. Ball might actually go where you shoot it, which could be in some of our cases not a good idea. We need that wind to blow it into the hoop, but at any rate, here's the 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. That one's fouled off again. So we'll reset at 6-1 a little bit personally. Surprised that Pittsville would be running here, but perhaps they just figure they can get stolen bases. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, strike 3 call. That's a big out for Peyton Fleas. 1 away, it'll bring up the number 9 hitter, first baseman Sam Bowden. He walked in the 3rd inning. A walk, a single with an RBI, and then a strikeout. There's 1 down. How about the old-fashioned double play? First pitch here. That is a fly ball. That is going to be trouble. Cashin reaches out, can't get to it. Gets by him. Bierencott comes over, picks it up, throws it in. The runner from second coming to the plate, and he is out on a good throw and a good tag by Sackman. Really looked like I thought he was going to get in, but Sackman got that tag down on the throw. It'll leave a runner at second base. There are 2 down now. So a good job that time by getting the ball in and Sackman getting the tag down. And the top of the order, Evan Haley. Strikeout victim both times. He swings and misses here. Strike 1. Umpire right on top of the play there to make the call, and he saw Sackman get the tag down. Here's the 0-1. Maybe a little inside, a ball and a strike. Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education. Helping bring this game to you here today. A run in for Pittsville, and almost 2. Check swing. Did it catch the outside corner? It did not. 2 balls and a strike. A walk, a single. A strikeout, then a single to bring in a run. Here's the 2-1. Actually, I guess we would have to give Bowden a double on that one. Throw came to second. He got in ahead of it. Cashin made a heck of a good attempt out in center field, just couldn't come up with it. Now a walk issued to Evan Haley. So runners at first and second. That will bring up Noah Grimm, who has walked and popped up to the third baseman. That was a big throw to the plate to gun down the runner at home plate. And the pitch is a called strike here. 6-1 ball game. We're in the top half of inning number 5. Flea's pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fans just enjoying, I think, being outside, and you can't blame them there. And on top of it, they get treated to a baseball game. 1-1 pitch high. 2-1. I believe I read where the WIAA starting next year says that you will have to charge to come watch baseball and softball next year. That ball is lined toward right center. Going back is Bierencott, and he'll make the play, reaching up over his head, going away from the infield, and Brock hauls that one in. Well hit by Noah Grimm, but a nice play out in right field by Brock Bierencott. That will end it for Pittsville. Panthers do come up with 1 run. They get it on a couple of hits. No errors, and they strand 1. So we go to the magical 5th inning stretch. It is Pacelli 6, Pittsville 1. High school baseball on WPCN.
Pittsville Cafe invites you to stop in and check out their weekly specials, including homemade pies by the piece or by the whole pie, and soups, all made from scratch.
Wow.
On Monday, try their $2 chips and hamburger. Every other Tuesday, all-you-can-eat taco bar for $5. Friday, it's fish and shrimp. Early bird special, $1 off any fish meal from 3 to 5. Dine-in only. Also, now serving soft-serve ice cream. Pittsville Cafe, open Monday through Thursday, 6 to 7, Friday, 6 to 8, Saturday, 6 to 1, and Sunday, 7 to 1. Pittsville Cafe, the exact geographical center of the state.
I really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
On to the bottom of inning number 5 here at Buchholz Park in Stevens Point. And your 2nd Street Auto Clinic scoreboard showing Pacelli 6, Pittsville 1. For help with any repair on your vehicle, go see the pros. They're at 2nd Street Auto Clinic, your complete auto care center, right across from the final score, 2nd and Maria Stevens Point. And for Pacelli scheduled are Tim Sackman, Ben Hammerly, and Peyton Fleas. Sackman has struck out both times that he has been to the plate here. So a 6-1 Cards lead. And the first pitch of the inning misses outside, ball 1. Noah Grimm has only given up 3 hits, and yet there are 6 runs on the board. And he misses outside at 2-0. The big problem for the Panthers has been that defense. Grimm has struck out 9 through the first 4 innings, and now trails in the count to Tim Sackman, 3-0, leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Cardinals. Left-hander's 3-0 delivery. Sackman taken all the way for a called strike. Three balls, 1 strike, and the pitch that caught the outside corner. So a full count here to the Cardinal catcher. Well, won't be too long. Coach Nelson will get that football team up and running for Pacelli, and that one misses down low, so Sackman reaches via the walk here. That is the third walk given up by Noah Grimm. Ben Hammerly will come to the plate. Hammerly has reached on an error and struck out. Going to get another pinch runner here for the Cardinals. Eli Bierencott is going to come out, one of those freshmen for the Cards. So he'll run in place of the catcher. Gives the catcher's legs a little chance to recover here. And you get another player in the game. Check swing called strike against Hammerly. See if the Cards can tack on some runs down in the dirt. 1-1 the count here. Paper City Savings, great rates for all your financial needs. Online at papercitysavings.com. 1-1 pitch fouled back and out of play. Well, former Cardinals assistant coach Kermie Wallen celebrated a birthday a couple of weeks ago. Good guy. Check swing, fouled off down the third base line. Moved up north somewhere. Somewhere where you can't find him kind of thing. He's a good outdoors guy. He loves it up there, so good for Kermit. Miss him. Oz had that big smile and ready to go. Full of life kind of guy. 1-2 the count to Ben Hammerly. Runner on. And the pitch. Breaking ball that may have been a little high. 2-2. Pitcher Peyton Flees is scheduled next. Here comes they're going to toss over to first. Bierencott gets back to the bag. Folks walking along the path along the river here, the Green Circle Trail. That's going to get some use over the weekend. Here's the 2-2 pitch, fouled back to the screen. Speaking of that, a big candlelight hike over in Schmeekley Reserve tomorrow, if you're up for that. Believe it starts about 7:30. Goes to roughly 9, if I'm not mistaken. Free of charge if you want to partake. 2-2 pitch. And it missed high. So a full count here to Hammerly with one on. Pacelli with a 6-1 lead. And maybe a threat building here in the fifth. That is driven up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. So the Cardinals get the first two on here in the fifth inning. Down to second goes Bierencott. And Peyton Flees to the plate. Nobody out. Cards with runners at first and second. Top of the order due next. See if they ask Peyton to lay down a sacrifice bunt. Move some runners up here. Grimm to the plate. Reaching out, slapping it right back up the middle is Flees. This is going to load the bases as the center fielder was playing in short. So he got it back in a hurry. Back-to-back singles here by the 8 and 9 hitters. And now the base is loaded for the top of the order here for Pacelli. Malise Badoon, who has reached on an error, walked and struck out, comes to the plate. So bases are loaded. Umpire came over to say something to the Pacelli dugout. Don't know if maybe they had one of the kids out from behind the fencing there. Just wanted to make sure you want to stay safe. Good job by the ump. Here we go. First pitch here to Melise. He's going to get away from the catcher, or was it a hit batsman? It was. Caught him in the foot. And that's going to force in a run. So Melise hit by a pitch here. That will bring in Eli Bierencott from third base. Over to third will go Hammerly. Down to second, Flees. And Badoon reaches. And that'll bring up Bryson Cashin. And Pittsville's going to talk it over on the mound. Are we going to get a pitching change here? It's now 7-1 in favor of Pacelli. And it looks like we will get a pitching change coming up here. So that's going to be it for Noah Grimm. And we'll try to get all the adjustments for you in just a moment. But it will be the end of the line here for Noah Grimm. He will give up his spot with the bases loaded. And Pacelli, no outs. And Bryson Cashin, a very dangerous hitter, coming to the plate. We'll take a break for some warm-up pitches and come right back. This is high school baseball on WPCN.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
We return now to Bucol Park. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Pacelli leading 7-1. Pitching change for Pittsville as their second baseman comes in to pitch right now. So that will send, here we go, first pitch coming up. We'll get that for you in a moment. First pitch is up high, ball one. Easton Dahman comes in to pitch. The pitcher, Noah Grimm, goes over to first. And that puts the former first baseman, Sam Bowden, at second base. Cashin lifts this one high in the air, right field. It'll score a run for sure. Catch is made, throw comes in, and in to score for Stevens Point Pacelli on an RBI sac fly will be Hammerly. So 2 runs are in on the inning. That will be a sac fly, 1 out. And an RBI for Bryson Cashin. Drew Kadrovich with 2 hits in 3 trips. He's been on all 3 times. He reached on an error back in the first inning. And he takes the first pitch here from Dahman, inside ball 1. Runners at first and second. 8-1 Pacelli. Kadrovich lines this one left field. That will get down a base hit. Coming around second and over to third, I should say. Having to hold is going to be Flees. So now the bases are loaded once again. Third hit in the game for Drew Kadrovich. And it'll bring up Brock Bierencott, who singled and also has 2 RBI to his credit here today. Bases are loaded. First pitch driven up the middle, knocked down by the pitcher. He'll come to the plate, and they did get the force out. I thought for a moment Zickert wasn't going to get his foot back on the plate to record the out, but he did. A nice play on the mound, actually, by Dahman that time. That was a line drive right back at him. He knocked it down and made the play. That'll be a fielder's choice. So the base is still loaded. And the first pitch here to Asher Jordan misses ball one. Flees out at the plate for the second out, by the way. And misses outside, so a ball and a strike here to Asher Jordan. Nick Helms in the on-deck circle, if the Cards can keep the inning going. Diamond misses outside, 2-1. Jordan has struck out, walked, and flown out to center field. 2-1 delivery, bouncer foul. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three in the first, 3 more in the third, and in the fourth inning for Pacelli. Now 2 more here in the fifth. Count goes full to Asher Jordan. A walk would bring home yet another run. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and the side is retired. So Dahman comes in and ends the inning for Pittsville, but the Cardinals pick up 2 more runs. They do so on 3 base hits. There were no errors, and the Cards strand 3. We've played 5, Pacelli 8, Pittsville 1. This is high school baseball on WPCN.
Today's Pittsville Panther baseball game is proudly supported by the following. Badger State Fruit Processing is hiring production workers starting at $16.50 per hour and offers a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Visit Badger State Fruit Processing at 7502 State Highway 73 in Pittsville to get started. Badger State Fruit Processing. The Chastain Agency of Pittsville will get you a great rate on home, auto, farm, and business policies. Chastain Agency specializes in the insurance needs of central and western Wisconsin families. Call John at Chastain Agency of Pittsville for a free competitive quote today. After All is your septic and holding tank pumping choice in central Wisconsin. You fill it up and they'll be there to empty it out. After All will also take care of your agricultural waste hauling and has safe, clean, portable toilet rentals available. Find After All of Arpin on Facebook.
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
All right, back out at Buchholz Park as Pacelli now with an 8-1 lead. And for Pittsville, it will be scheduled anyway. Brad Neve, Dylan Luther, Waylon Grimm, Asher Jordan has now come on to pitch here for Pacelli. So Asher Jordan will get a little work here on the mound for the Cardinals. And that will put Flees back out in left field. Asher's first pitch is a strike. Neve, Luther, Grimm, and a bouncing ball foul. So the right-hander out in front quickly. Point Precision, proud to be a part of the Stevens Point Plover community since 1995. They are hiring, looking for dedicated, passionate people to join their team. There's a drive up the middle. That'll drop in a base hit. So on an 0-2, a single here for Brad Neve of Pittsville. Third hit of the game for the Panthers. And Dylan Luther to the plate. Visit POINTEprecision.com to apply. Good jobs, good people out at Point Precision. Asher Jordan's first pitch misses off the outside corner to the right-hand batter, ball 1. 8-1 Pacelli. Top half of number 6. And Asher's pitch is a called strike. One ball, one strike, one on. Outfield straightaway, not overly deep here. That is a bouncing ball. Left side gets by the third baseman. Hammerly tried for it, couldn't glove it. And back-to-back singles here for Pittsville. Panthers getting a little something started. Waylon Grimm, who has struck out both times, comes to the plate. So that's now 4 hits in the game for the Panthers. And the pitch from Asher Jordan is outside. Good block that time by Sackman. Jumping out to his right to knock that one down. Cards looking for an out here somewhere. And it's a strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Vista Royale Campground out on Isherwood Road in Bancroft, making memories one campsite at a time. A lot of people going camping. That one thing that the pandemic did was get people back outside, and that meant camping, biking, walking, just about anything. Golf had a resurgence. I'm assuming tennis had much the same, 2-1. I'd make that 3-1 the count now to Waylon Grimm. 2 on, nobody down. And the pitch from Asher Jordan. And it misses inside, and the bases are loaded. First 3 are on here for Pittsville. Tim Sackman's going to go out and talk to his pitcher here. And it will bring up the Pittsville pitcher, Easton Damon. He has grounded out and walked and scored the lone run here for the Panthers. Well, now you need to throw some strikes. You've got a 7-run lead. Back-to-back singles followed by a walk. And the first pitch here is a called strike. Things can turn around in a hurry. A walk along with a couple of good swings of the bat. And now you've got a chance for Pittsville to get some run production here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch from the right-hander, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tuesday, softball. Next Thursday, Spash baseball. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. Well, good battling there by Asher Jordan. There's 1 down. And the catcher, Logan Zickert, to the plate. He has struck out and singled with an RBI back in the 5th inning. And a breaking ball called strike. So runners on all the bases, fouled back. You have Neve over at third, Luther at second, Waylon Graham on at first. An 0-2 count here to Logan Zickert. And the pitch from Asher Jordan, reaching out, bounces it back up the middle. They'll flip it to the shortstop covering at second for 1. Nice play by Badoon, the second baseman, to get it over to Gadrovich. That will bring in the run from third base as Noah Grimm comes in to score. It'll be a fielder's choice for Logan Zickert. They do eliminate on the play Waylon Grimm on a 2-6 putout. down at second base. And now Ethan Stren, who has struck out twice, comes to the plate. First pitch knocked down by Sackman. Runner from first goes, and they got him. He got a late jump and a good throw from Sackman, and they gun him down at second base to retire the side. Nice throw by Sackman from behind the plate in the inning for Pittsville. They pick up 1 run on a couple of hits, no errors, and they end up stranding 1. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's now Pacelli 8, Pittsville 2. High school baseball on WPCN.
When you have a house full of kids, your water consumption is through the roof. But when the kids move out, the water usage goes down. But how long are they really gone for? With high-efficiency systems made by WaterCare, Maher Water Corporation can roll with any size-changing families. So call us today so we can help you with those water use issues. The laundry is still up to you.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stones shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
Sackman, Ben Hammerly, the scheduled batters here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Cardinals. Pacelli with that 6-run lead on your Flat Offs Gold Key Motors scoreboard. If you're out looking for a different vehicle, make sure you check in with Kevin at Flat Offs Gold Key Motors, Church Street in Stevens Point. Right value, right price, right on. So leading it off will be the first baseman, Nick Helms. He's been on once in 3 trips to the plate. Reached on a walk. Takes the first one from Damon in for a called strike. And the 0-1 delivery, bouncer foul. Third baseline, 0-2. Helms, Sackman, Hammerly. Pacelli trying to remain unbeaten in conference play. Sitting right now alone atop the CWC South at 4-0. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So that is 1 down here in the 6th. That was also the second strikeout for Damon since he came in. And it'll bring up the catcher, Tim Sackman. 0 for 2, a couple of Ks, and he did walk, and his pinch runner scored in the 5th inning. Sackman, a bouncer, back towards short. Gobbled up there by Haley. The throw across over to Grimm, and it's in time for out number 2. And that'll bring up Ben Hammerly. Hammerly reached on an error in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd, then singled and scored in the 5th. So officially 1 for 3, which in the big leagues would get you a multi-million-dollar contract at .333 average. Inside, ball 1. These days, if you're hitting north of 250, they think you're a good hitter, I guess. So different game, though. 1-0 pitch, reaching out, Tapper back towards short. Haley off the high hop, tosses over to Grimm, and the side is retired. For Pacelli in the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the 7th. It is Pacelli 8, Pittsville 2, high school baseball on WPCN.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's 2-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. Their professionals remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, last chance here for the Pittsville Panthers as they trail by 6 against Pacelli. And Pittsville scheduled batters will be Ethan Stren, Sam Bowden, and then Evan Haley. All to face now Asher Jordan on the hill. Stren has struck out both times he's been to the plate, and he takes that first pitch in for a called strike. Asher Jordan, the third pitcher of the game for the Cards, working in his second inning. Swing and a miss, that one off the plate, and Ethan Stren completely fooled on that one. Made kind of a half-hearted swing at it. 0-2 pitch, and he reached out to the same spot and goes down on strikes. There's one down. That'll bring up Sam Bowden, the second baseman. He has walked, doubled. He is 1 for 1 officially with an RBI. 2 outs away from recording a win is Pacelli, and the first pitch here from Asher is a called strike. Top of the order due next. Felt's Dairy Store, just a block from Walmart, and Stevens Point Food, Family, and Fun. Breaking ball, that's a called strike as well. So Asher Jordan has found the range, as they say. Hitting the mitt. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 7th. Pittsville down to its final out. And up to the plate will come the shortstop, Evan Haley. A couple of strikeouts and a walk. Remembering that this game started on April 12th. Been a long time we've been out here. Nobody has brought us nourishment or anything. We have just suffered since the 12th of April on this one, sitting in the booth out here at Buchholz. Count goes a ball and a strike. But anyway, we resumed in the 3rd inning when we came back here today. 1-1 pitch from Asher Jordan. That stays up high, 2-1. Assuming the Cards hang on with this 6-run lead and Pittsville down to its final out, Cards will be 5-0 in league play. Fly ball, Bryson Cashin, the center fielder, over. He will make the play, and that will end this ball game here this afternoon. For Pittsville in the 7th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Your final score is Stevens Point Pacelli 8 and the Pittsville Panthers 2. We'll be back in just a little bit. Coach will make his way up, and we'll have a chat with him. We'll be back at Buchholz. This is high school baseball on WPCN.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So.
And now 6-3 overall. And head coach Wayne Sankey here to join us. And Coach, nice job by the guys. You were able to, get a couple of extra pitchers in after Kedro had thrown the no-hitter on Monday and probably saving his arm a little bit. You've got more games to go. And, really a nice job by the kids you put out there. Peyton came in, performed pretty well, and Asher got it done here in the final two, so a nice win.
Yeah, we coming in, it's an odd situation for both teams. We know we were up 3, and they're going to lead off their 8-9-1. So we figured, we knew we wanted to use Asher, but we just didn't, and we also wanted to limit Asher's pitch count because he's going to come back against them on Monday, which is pretty rare, but it's just the way it lines up for us. So we figured Peyton was the guy to go to. He's done a pretty good job for us in relief. The only thing is with Peyton, we try to keep him to just 2 innings because when he gets to that 3rd inning, he starts to struggle a little bit to get the ball to the plate. But he did a good job of battling back and getting out of that inning.
Well, and you got through, as you said, got him through where you wanted to. And is it youth? I mean, do young guys like that, do they run out of gas? How do they lose the strike zone?
I'm not sure. I think it's just, with Peyton, we when we're in the gym early in the year, we just limit him to 60 pitches. Just because that's the role for him this year. So that's what there's a bunch of guys that's what we did in the gym. And so we really didn't stretch him out because we didn't expect that to happen this year. And so when we get up towards, 45, 50 with him, we know that it's coming to the tanks on empty for, that's just his role this year as a reliever for us. So.
Well, Drew Kadrovich continues to hit the heck out of the baseball. 3 hits in today's game, 2 on Monday against Rosholt. What can you say about that kid?
It's nice to get these guys, as many at-bats and swings and opportunities that they're getting because, as in baseball, the more often you play, the better hopefully you're going to be, and that's coming true for us with a couple of guys with Drew and some other guys as well. And today's a little bit different because we've changed our lineup a little bit since the last time we played them, but we had to go back to that, and I was really proud of the guys, although, there was that one inning we left the bases loaded. We had them loaded with nobody out, couldn't get a guy in, but we've been hitting the ball pretty good as a team, and Drew's definitely been hot for us.
Yeah, just ask him about that, and you get a leadoff triple, and you're unable to bring him home. What do you tell the guys in that situation? Obviously, you wanted to bring at least one run in,
right,
and didn't get that accomplished.
The guys are going to be just as frustrated that they didn't do the job, if not more frustrated than the coaches are. So you try to stay positive with them and just make them understand that, sometimes just a ground ball, a kid wants to get a hit every time, but sometimes just contact will, we had a sac fly later in the game. I think Bryson did that, so did a good job of getting the guys in. But, just more opportunities will come for these guys, and I have confidence in these guys.
So now Nakusa tomorrow, right?
Yep.
And then a doubleheader on Saturday.
Yep, against Green Bay Notre Dame, which is a very good D2 team. So
I mean, nothing to it, right?
No, we got to keep getting better, and we're gonna take some lumps here and there, but I would rather, make sure we're ready for the playoffs by playing some strong teams on Saturdays as well.
Yeah, so you're going to keep playing, obviously, a lot of games. Now you have all backloaded because of the weather, but knock on wood, if you can, it looks like the weather's going to be pretty good for a while.
Yeah, we'll take this for sure. Today was a beautiful day to be out here at the ballpark.
Well, congrats on getting this one. I know it was important, coming in. They're sitting one game behind you, so this is a big one. You got a little bit of a breathing room, I guess.
Yeah, they're a good quality team, and like you said, they're one game behind us, and we want to keep controlling our destiny in the conference and coming out and playing some good baseball.
All right, good luck.
All right, thanks, Scotty.
You got it. That is Coach Wayne Sankey joining us here.